SmartPalate is the best tool to help people with speech difficulties when learning a new language. It improves pronunciations and reduces accent, providing visual feedback integrated with artificial intelligence. SmartPalate is the best tool to help people with speech difficulties when learning a new language. It improves pronunciations and reduces accent, providing visual feedback integrated with artificial intelligence.
Hey, welcome back once again here to the live stream for SmartPalate Web. Today we're gonna revisit or review once again the different profiles that we have available on this new platform. We have different options. We have some more other features for different profiles. So we're gonna check that together. Please remember that if you have questions, you can drop down your questions in the comments. And also we have social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of that. It's open for everyone. So let's start. And we're gonna start with the main user, or also institutional membership, right? The institutional membership will have these type of permissions. The first one is create new therapists, that we will go through all that whenever we get access into it. Second will be check all the about the patients that their therapists are seeing at that moment. They will have access to those documents. So let's go and get access to the main user, the admin user, main user, whatever you're gonna call it. So if you see, the role we have here is user. We'll try to change it to admin or whatever is useful for you here. The good thing is that we're still having the four options, the four graphics, in this dashboard. Here's where we select everything. So English, we'll select the therapist. We have different therapists here. Let's go with this, patient one. We'll go to apply, and we'll be able to see this therapist number one, patient number one, are able to see the graphics, right? It's the same here. So go with the therapist number one, patient one. Remember, we have 3 patients in here, and we're gonna be able to see their progress. So let's go with these other therapies. We have this patient, we go to apply. We don't have any information because these users didn't work on the R sound. Let's go and check different sound. Nope, no data. Means this patient hasn't worked in anything. We'll go with Pablo. We'll see if he worked in something. No R. Yes, no, we never have information. So let's go back. This patient number 2. Let's go and select the R sound and go to apply. Here we go. So as you can see, we have the information from the therapist, that is from the patient under therapist number 1. This is one of the things that we have here, and we can do the same with these 4 options. Okay, it's the same for all these options. That's the first good thing. We have the catalog right here. We can create the educational level, all the information, all the things that we need for our therapist. In the user management, we will be able to create therapy. And this is the same as we did before. Whenever we create a new therapist, we go to add a new therapist. We fill out the information right here. We create the username and password for this therapist. Remember, you have to use a email address based to create the username. And remember, this is something that you have to take in consideration whenever you have this admin user and institutional membership. You will be able to create up to 5 therapists. Okay, this is something that you should know. So you have this option here, and you have some other options in the left side. As you see, it's the user management. We have the catalog, We have the assignments. Um, we have the public profile for your institution. You can put it here. You can put a name of your institution, put the information of your institution or the hospital, whatever. You can put it here. And also you can make it visible for everyone. So if someone wants to um, hire your institution for a therapy, this is the place you can put all your information. So the role is user. Remember, this is like the main user here. You can change the password. If some of your therapists forgot what password they put, you can change it here. You can edit the information and update the information as well. Okay, so these are the options. So let's log out and we'll go with the therapist number 1. Okay, we'll see the difference. As you can see, we have less options in the left side, and the options change a little bit. Right here, you will have just your patients that are under your name, okay? All the patients that you created. You don't have access like other therapists, patients or something like that, just your patients as therapists. And this is the second membership, which is the professional membership, either 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. This will be your profile. You can see here the role is therapist. This is how you will see your dashboard or your user. Remember, you have the same options as the other one, but just for your patients. So here you can see the data, different information from patient number 1, patient number 2. So you'll be able to see that. You still have the catalog option, educational level, and the option to create patients diagnosis. We have the user management. In the difference between the main user and this one, here it will be patient. You won't be able to create any other therapist, but this one is the one that you will use, patient, because you will work with patients. So you have the tutor information, medical diagnosis, the assignment, and also something that I didn't mention in the previous one is that in the main user, you don't have the SmartPalate option. So you don't have a speaker configuration, tongue targets, or practice. It's just for admin usage. This one is more admin and therapy, so both. The other one doesn't have this option. So this is something that you have to think in consideration, okay? Think about it. Perfect. And then we have these other options right here as in the previous profile. And this is the therapist profile. Okay, you have store, you have my games, and also you have the therapist online that we saw some live streams before. So this also it's under the therapist. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and log out and check the third one, which is the patient number 1. So we'll be able to get access into it, and we'll see the difference as well. Here you have less options, as you can see in the left side. We have just home with this dashboard that you'll be able just to check your stats in gold standard oral coordination and the frequency that you are using, how frequent you are using the system. You don't have the drop down menu option. It's blocked because it will be just for you. After that, we have the SmartPalate option, the speaker configuration, the tongue target, and the practice option. You have the therapist in the world. The reason why you have this is because you will be able to hire any therapist, okay, around the world. Different options you'll be able to see here. Here you won't have a profile because you are not a therapist, you're a patient. So the option that will be available is to hire some other therapist. You will also have the store for new games or different options here. Your games in Therapist Online. Okay, this is where you get access into your virtual therapy. If there is a room available right here, you can see it. Okay, so it's a very short explanation, but we really wanted to explain the difference between each role, each profile, because you were able to see different options that each member has. And this one, the patient option, is the student membership that we have available. We are working to provide some other options in the future, but the options that we have, I feel like they're very useful. I've been talking with different therapists around the world, and they see that this is a very good option, is a very good tool that can help them out to get more clients, or maybe get the clients to know you better, or people that they don't know where to look for a therapist, they have this option as well. You can remember, if you have any question, if you want to comment, please do so. You have our social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of that, and you are more than welcome to drop down comments there. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your time. We are doing this for you, and I hope this help you a lot to make the decision whether or not get our membership. But yes, please try the system. You will see that it's very useful, and you will be able to manage all your clinic, everything. If you're a therapist, if you are a patient, you'll be able to find where you're looking. So thank you very much for your time, guys, and I see you next week.
SmartPalate is the best tool to help people with speech difficulties when learning a new language. It improves pronunciations and reduces accent, providing visual feedback integrated with artificial intelligence.